I got my mission called to the Patagonia, and I'm thinking, okay, it's going to be this beautiful place with water and all these kind of had this, what you think of it as with the Patagonia, and we fly into Comodoro. And it was actually nighttime when we got there, so you couldn't really see very much, and we went and we were tired. But then the next morning when the sun came up, it was this desert, and I'm thinking, okay, they've sent me to the wrong place. Like I got mixed up, maybe I didn't understand, but yeah, it was the right place. So I first I was taken aback by, oh wow, this looks a lot like Utah, Arizona type place. And then, it was great meeting my trainer. There's, great meetings right whenever you get to the mission field that help kind of integrate and get you come up to speed with what's going on. And then we didn't wait around any time and took off right to our first area. And so that was an interesting, long trip to get to the first area. And so, yeah. So the Comodoro Rivadavia mission is a fairly new mission. It was formed in 2013, and it came from two other missions, Neuquén and Buenos Aires Norte. And it is a very large, geographically a very large mission. It is the second largest mission in the Americas. There's only one bigger one in Brazil. Just to give kind of a reference point, its size is just about kind of the, from the U.S.-Canadian border to the U.S.-Mexican border. That's about how long it runs, about 950 miles. And so it's a very large mission. The church, there are 3 stakes in the mission, and then the rest are districts. So there's 3 other districts in the mission. A church attendance varies widely in between where you are in the mission. In some places, you'll have a normal attendance of 120 members a week, and then you'll have other places that there will only be 10 or 15 members that attend during the week. So you kind of get to see the whole broad spectrum. You get to see wards that are really function with all callings filled and that kind of thing, and then you see other places that are really developing and trying to grow. The southern part of Argentina, so the Comodoro Rivadavia mission, it's an interesting place. It's very sparsely populated, but by many means, it is a very economically well-off place compared to other parts of Latin America. And that kind of leads people to be a lot less believing, although many have this, well, you could call it this notion that many in South America are Catholic, staunchly Catholic. You don't find that so much in the Comodoro Rivadavia mission. You find a lot of evangelicals, and other than that, you find a lot of people who just don't practice religion in general. A lot of people who are well off, they're very comfortable with their lives. And so one of the big things that we faced in our mission was, how do we, treat this? How do we show these people, even though you do have a good job, you get paid well, you have a nice house, the gospel can still relate to your life, because that is a very difficult situation to be put in. Some of the other interesting things is that in the Comodoro Rivadavia mission, the members inside of the mission live farther away from a temple than any other members in all of the Americas and in North and South America. The distances that they have to travel in order to get to a temple are extremely large. And so with President Rogers, my mission president, one of the main goals is to work to get a temple for that area, because they're so isolated from it. It really is a challenge for them to go. Many members go once in their life, and then they go back and they're not able to go again, just because it is challenging, not only economically but just logistically, being able to get there. Your days on a bus, or you have to take plane rides, and that racks up costs, those kinds of things. So that's a big challenge that the church faces in that area of the world. Like I said, is a very large place. So the mission itself, you spend a lot of time traveling. That's just the nature of it. And in your mission, in the Comodoro Rivadavia mission, you don't get together as a whole mission. Yeah, that just never happens. Whereas you see that in other missions, it's a lot of zone activities, and then just a lot of traveling. President Rogers served his mission in Argentina South back, I won't say when, he might not like that, but he served his mission back in the day, we can say, and he actually opened the area of Comodoro Rivadavia. He opened the branch, and he had 6 members, and whenever he left, there was 30-something odd members. And, you know, in 2013, he gets called back to open the Comodoro Rivadavia mission. So for him, that's kind of a legacy, you know, to go and open an area, something that he saw with 6 members, and now it has its own mission. And so you can definitely tell his love that he has for that area. So I served in the Misión Argentina Comodoro Rivadavia from 2013 to 2015. I started in an area called San Benito in Rio Gallegos, which is way down south in Argentina. Then I went to a place called Parque in Trelew. Then I went to Roca in Madrid. And from there, I went to 9 de Julio in Comodoro. Then I was in a place called Kilómetros, also in Comodoro. And then I finished my mission in a great little town nobody's ever heard of in the southwest corner of La Provincia de Santa Cruz, called 28 de Noviembre.